Manchester United 5, Leipzig 0. What can I say? Sat me down again. Love it when this happens. Rashford hat-trick. Quality. Do you know what I really liked about tonight as well? Was the pressing off the ball, the energy off the ball, winning the ball back. And there was one guy that was instrumental in that, which I'm going to get to. But just our shape, our fight, being clinical when we needed to be. I don't really know what to say, because I thought they were going to be tougher than Chelsea, potentially tougher than PSG, and we dominated that game. Like, they had a few chances, but nothing really. Everyone seemed comfortable. 5-0. If we can start transferring this into the league, we're going to have a great season. Yes, it's early doors. We still got to get out of the group, but we're already on path to get out of that group already. Another great result. And let's get into the player ratings. David De Gea, I'm going to give him a 7, because he would have got more for me, but he was kind of quiet in the game. Didn't have too much to do. Did have a quick reaction save where he tipped it over the bar at one point, but he was pretty quiet through the game because they didn't have a lot of chances, and that's credit to the defence. So I'm going to give him a 7. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, again, there was one point where we got up the field and he could have whipped a cross in, and he brought it back and passed it backwards, and I was like, oh, just put the ball in, just try it. But other than that, like, defensively, solid again. He made a good sliding tackle at one point, and when it was against Angelino, when he was in the box about to fire a shot away, and saw out the danger. So for me, defensively, very good again. 7 out of 10 for me for Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof, I thought, made some sloppy mistakes tonight. We got away with it, but he did give the ball away quite a few times. More in the first half, but I did notice it. Like, it stood out to me a bit. So I'm going to give Lindelof an average tonight and give him a 5. Maybe could have given him a 6, but I think he had a better second half, but I can't forget them mistakes. Do you know what I mean? We got away with it, but against other teams we may not. So Lindelof was the poorest out of the back four for me tonight, but as I said, we got away with it, but he gets a 5 for me. Harry Maguire, I thought, was solid again tonight. I love it when he proves me wrong, because I give him a lot of stick in the park. I think he was more dominant in the air tonight. At times he does play passes that are a little bit dangerous to, like, Luke Shaw. I remember one point where he's had to sprint because he's nearly gone out of the pitch and stuff like that. But passing could do with a little bit of work. But again, like, defensively, we just tackles and being strong. Like, he was solid, so I give him a 7. Luke Shaw, a little bit quiet for me tonight. I wish he was a little bit more clinical when we're in attacking third. Got a hell of a cross on him, but sometimes it's like he doesn't believe in it himself. So I'm going to give him a 7 tonight. More defensively sound than going forward for me tonight. Same as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, so a 7 for me. Matic, I give a 6, just above average for me. I like Matic a lot. I've been asking for him to start for a few games now because he's been out. And I thought he'd done a good job tonight. I just thought he was a little bit quieter than I've seen him in other games. I would have liked to seen him get a little bit more involved, but obviously 5-0, do you know what I mean? I can't be have too many complaints, but just on an individual standpoint, he's a tiny little bit quiet for me tonight. But 6 out of 10 for Matic. Fred, now this is the guy I've been giving some criticism to recently, and he was fantastic tonight. I've got no issues with him tonight. I thought he was outstanding. Just energy, tenacity. I thought his passing was a lot better tonight. That was my criticism of him before, and I thought he was on point tonight. He set up, I think it was a Martial chance for the penalty. He put the through ball for him for that, but just the passing all round throughout the game, his tackling in tight little pockets of space as well, where, like, he's got to get the ball away quick, and he did it without, like, putting the ball out of the pitch or giving the possession away. So tonight for me, this is the sort of Fred that I want to see, because he's capable of this sort of performance. 9 out of 10 for me for Fred. Well done to Fred. Donny van der Beek, really happy that he was starting. Saying that, I felt he had a quiet game. Didn't have a great deal of service. He did look good at times when like a few little touches and that, but you know you're going to get that from him because he's got quality in him. But I just felt he lacked a bit of service tonight, so I'm going to give him a 6, which is above average, but I wanted to get a little bit more out of him tonight. Obviously got subbed off as well. So Mason Greenwood, quality finish for the first goal. Yeah, like the finish, like it's so next to the post that the keeper's got no chance. Like the clinicalness of that boy, and at that age, like it's very impressive. So sky's the limit for him. As I said, I've had criticism for him as well recently, but I think that was warranted. I do think it was warranted, but I've never once said that he's rubbish on the pitch. So do you know what I mean? I did that because I know what he's capable of, and I want the best for his career. Like quality finish. Thought he had not the best game, but that finish was superb. So that finish alone bumped it up for me, 7 out of 10. Anthony Martial, bit of a frustrating game. Didn't get the ball too much. There was a few times where Rashford could have given him the ball and he didn't, and he looked frustrated. But then he got the penalty at the end, which he won. So that was a good little sort of present, if you will, for reward at the end for him. And he took it and he scored the penalty. So props to Martial because he could have got frustrated and missed the penalty even after winning it. So 7 out of 10 for Martial. Rashford was one of the subs. Come on, hat trick for Rashford. Happy for him. I'm going to give him an 8. Now I could have given him a 9, but I'll give Fred a 9, and I think it would be unfair, even though he got a hat trick, because Fred played the whole game as well, and the work he had to do, and how he did that work. Fred was the key man for me tonight. Rashford, so you could give him a 9 for the hat trick. Originally I did, but I'm going to bump it down to an 8, just because I feel like Fred deserves that 9 on his own. But quality for Rashford tonight, coming on as a sub, and do you know what I mean? Not having as much time to get into the game and still being clinical when needed and called upon. So 9 out of 10 for Rashford. McTominay, I thought he was average tonight. Just sort of, do you know what I mean? He did bits he needed to, but I expect more from him. I want him to get more involved, and I think the passing's a big issue for me. So yeah, it just didn't stand out to me at all tonight. I don't think he was terrible, but I don't think he was great either. So 5 out of 10 for McTominay. Bruno Fernandes, obviously come on as a sub as well, and I thought he did a great job when he come on. Energy levels again, trying to make things happen. 7 out of 10 for me for Bruno. Just clinical and does make a difference in a game. He's got that grit, that fight, and 7 out of 10 for me for Bruno. Pogba, I forgot Pogba actually, my bad. Started the game. Pogba, just above average for me. I don't think, I kind of felt like the game passed him by a bit. He put the through ball for Greenwood, which was a good ball, but you expect that from someone of what sort of talent you know Pogba has and what he can pull out of his bag. So you kind of expect that from him. So I can't really give him too much more, because if anything, you need that about 3 or 4 more times from Pogba, because you know that's average for him, because he's a lot better than he showed. So 6 out of 10 for Pogba for me. Cavani and Tuanzebe, they both come on, but I didn't notice them do anything. Cavani obviously did score, but it was offside. But other than that, and do you know what I mean, I didn't notice them, so they didn't have a great deal of time, so I can't hold it against them too much. But an average performance for me, so a 5 for both Cavani and Tuanzebe, which just leaves Ollie, Gunnar Solskjaer. 9 out of 10 for Ollie tonight for me. The result, the tactics against remember Leipzig are the top of the table in their league against Bayern Munich and Dortmund. They're above them, so this is no small result tonight. And I've been Ollie out before, but he sat me down again. And I'm Ollie in anyway now, but tonight it just reinforces that to me, that I do have faith in him now, because he's proven it to me. So I thought he got his spot on tonight. 9 out of 10 for me for Ollie. Could argue 10 out of 10, but I'm going to give him a 9 because I'm hard to please. But tonight, can we appreciate how good Fred was? And yes, I hold my hands up. I was very critical of him for the last few games. But this proves to me again that he does have a higher level that he can go to that I haven't seen in other games. And tonight he showed me, surprised me, but I'm glad because now I know that he's capable of that sort of performance. Not saying he's going to do it week in, week out, but if he can get it near enough that and do it every other game, that's already an advantage and an improvement for me to what I thought he was capable of. So Fred tonight was outstanding to me. Round of applause to Rashford for the hat-trick as well. But Fred, exceptional tonight. So, brilliant result. As I said, I predicted a defeat for us tonight, and I've been sat down on it, and I'm glad I have been because of the form and that coming into this. Do you know what I mean? They were a threat, but they didn't really show that tonight, and to our benefit. So, another win in the Champions League for us, and this will put us in good stead for the league game against Arsenal, which I think we're going to win. So, great result for the boys tonight. Congratulations to them. Hope you all enjoyed it as well. Let me know your thoughts, your ratings, and your just thoughts on the game in the comments. And I'll catch you soon.